Hi guys, how are you? My name is One Titanium, founder of Investing MMT and co-founder of Pure MMT for the 100%, along with my friend Edward Delzio, the author of the National Debit, a must-have book for anyone who wants to understand modern money and macroeconomics and how to apply that information into the real world. I also run a Patreon page on patreon.com/mindthisone. Where I teach people how to use bare knuckle charting, MMT, how to apply that into the real world, and macroeconomics. So if that's something you're interested in, please come on down and join us for $5 a month. I have also launched a new service where I will be teaching over Discord using live video feed and audio, obviously. And to expedite the learning process. Again, that's going to be $20, and we will be running these sessions over the course of the day at various times. So today we're going to continue with our Bitcoin analysis. As you guys know, back in December, Christmas Day, I started the analysis, and let's take a look at it. Here's the video on December 25th, and as you can see that we were forecasting that the price action will come down to test the previous structure, and that's what we have today. And here's the chart right at the target that we had shown in the video back on December 25th. I have also made various other videos showing that we were looking for another upside and another structure. We made money on the way up, made money on the way down, and ultimately we are right where I predicted we will be back on December 25th. And here's the video. Okay. So if anybody's questioning my ability to call the markets, then you should go back and watch some of my older videos, and you can see how accurate they have been. On a later video on December 27th, 2017, we had identified this structure, which we were saying was going to lead to the downside. And that's the structure right here. Okay? And we said this was going to lead to the downside. Right? As you can see, it came down. Good call again. And here's the before call. Right? So you can see that the calls have been fairly strong and leading people in the right direction and how to take good risk-reward trades. Then on December 30th, 2017, I produced this video, and again you can see that decline from this structure here. It started to fall apart, and then we identified this bigger structure, which we said was going to be bullish. We also had that target of the previous area that we thought that price action would ultimately resolve down to. Okay, and again, as you can see, that worked out correct, because this was the structure right in here, and then we said it was going to pop out. It did, and now it has come down exactly to this point of the previous structure. So all the calls have been spot on, and that's what I do at Patreon. I teach people how to do this, how to understand it in real time. So again, going back to the December 30th video, this is exactly what happened. It came down, came back up, created another structure, and now it has come down to this support area. It's exactly what price action did, as you can see here. Alright, so enough of that. I think my work speaks for itself. Again, come down to patreon.com/mindthisone and join if you want to learn how to do this. So what's going on now? Well, in the previous video yesterday, I had said that this would probably turn out to be a 1, 2, 3, and we were looking for downside. Okay, we had a thrust down, sideways move. This is a 2. Now we got the 3. So now what? Well, as long as price action remains within the bigger previous structure, which is this, okay, this blue area, this whole big structure here. All right. If it stays below here, as I mentioned yesterday, there's a very strong possibility that it's going to break down. Whatever was purchased up here is going to be sold down here. And that's the way price action usually works. Now, more so, again, you know, the bigger, let me get this out of the way. The bigger important thing to remember, which this started everything, was the Eiffel Tower pattern, which we have gotten. Okay, and we got the up, the down, the M pattern. Now it's falling apart. All right, and this is what I've been saying from the start when it was all the way up here, that this was likely to happen because we were in a stage 3 uptrend. Now, I hate to blow my own horn. I personally don't like it. Okay, but as you can see, price action came down 43%. That is 43% loss. Okay, on $100,000 is $43,000, and this is more than enough evidence to qualify as a complete Eiffel Tower structure, and this is what we're talking about. Okay, this is the complete structure. Goes up, comes down, dead cat bounce, and then falls apart. You get the M pattern here, which is identical to what we have now in Bitcoin. Again, let me take all this stuff out. And there you go. See it? M pattern coming down. So it's a complete M pattern. It's an Eiffel Tower that is technically correct call and has been validated. All right. So what's next? What are we gonna go? Are we gonna go down in a straight shot? I don't think so. The way price action usually moves is it has a thrust down move, okay, some kind of consolidation, thrust down move, some kind of consolidation, thrust down move, and so on. Okay, some might be very violent moves, some may be just trickle down kind of moves. We cannot know that in advance. We don't know when a wave is going to end. We cannot predict exactly how the pattern is going to look, and that's why we wait. We do it on a daily basis, and we see how it's playing out and what's likely to happen next. I don't have a crystal ball, okay? Even though it might appear I do, I don't. It's always we need more information, more data, more clarity, and react accordingly. Now, the other important information in this chart, and again, I'll just get rid of all the drawings, is to show you this: that when you start getting multiple head and shoulders at different areas, you end up in a situation that this is more bearish than originally thought. When you start getting all these head and shoulders patterns, this is eventually going to just fall apart. So the first target for now is going to be somewhere around 10,000. Okay, and longer term, if this does break down, we could see as low as $6,000 to $5,000. Okay. That's a significant loss. And remember that you have a whole bunch of people right now, okay, who bought from here all the way down to here that are losing. I should put it here. Sorry. Okay, that are losing. They are losing their money. Most of these people, they borrowed money to invest in Bitcoin because they thought it's going to go up forever. And now they're watching thousands of dollars go out the window. And, you can't do that when you have margin, or it's your life savings. This little stupid saying, to the moon or to the end, and blah, 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 and all this stuff. Yeah, that sounds great. Like Mike Tyson says, everybody's brave until they get punched in the face, right? And he's right. And that's, you see this on Facebook and other places where to the end or to the moon or, stupid things. And they're just idiots trying to act cool. They don't have a clue as to what they're doing or, how much money they're going to lose. So again, bigger picture, Eiffel Tower. Now we have multiple head and shoulders everywhere. We're falling back into structure. We've tested the previous low from down here. Let me just kind of mark that for you. All right, we've tested the previous low. We took a small little bounce. You know, it's not a violent bounce like it was here or here. Okay, it's struggling. There's not enough buyers right now. So if I zoom in a little bit more, what you'll see is, again, what I've been saying. Drop, correction, drop, correction, drop, you know, correction, and so on. Now this is obviously an hour time frame, but it is down from the highs here since yesterday. Almost it hit 22% down. Woof, woof. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back to the previous video I made yesterday on the January 15th, and here's the date, and let's listen to what I was saying. Let's push it. The likelihood is that right now we have this consolidation in here, and that pressure, the initial thrust was down, so likely it's going to go down once more. And usually it likes those round numbers of around 10,000. Okay. So you see there how it built the pressure, and we were expecting the likely move to the downside. And you know, well, Nick, why do you say likely? I don't have a crystal ball. It's not about that. It's about understanding structure and waiting for more evidence and knowing when to take your shorts and in a good risk-reward area. Okay, that's what it's about. If you're wrong, then you just stop out, because you're not reading the chart correctly. Something is wrong. And that does happen, obviously. But more often than not, the likely scenario will play out. Okay, just the way it is. And again, you can see the pressure that built right in here. It didn't last very long. We got a 1, 2, 3 up, and then just failed. Right? Textbook stuff. And here's the video from yesterday. Okay, just as a comparison. See, same thing. Now, if you guys were on my Patreon page and you have access to our messenger where we do all our chatting, yesterday at 1:13 p.m. I sent out this message, and I said, hey, look, you know, there's a small hook in Bitcoin, okay, and the thrust move is coming, okay, sooner rather than the later, meaning that we were not expecting more consolidation here, okay, that it was coming down. And that's exactly, you know, what happened, obviously. And this is the actual chart that I posted yesterday in that little message, because you can see the little hook right there, okay. So right here, that's the hook. See how I hooked over? Now you can draw out a symmetrical pennant and wedge, and then the likelihood was again to the downside. And at the time, this was around 12,000. We went as low as 11,000 down here. Much, much deeper drop. I also posted this trade last night to my subscribers when it just broke the structure. Okay, when the hook finally continued further down, broke the structure, and then one of our subscribers took the trade. I'm sure others did as well. And I said, hey, you know, how much profit did you make? And as you can see, he made 1,100 pounds in profit. Okay, his account was about 700, so he tripled his account. So again, this is not guessing. This is not you know, crystal ball stuff and, oh, you know, I'm the smartest guy in the world and blah blah blah. It's not like that. It's about knowledge. It's about understanding price action. It's about understanding charting. Okay? And again, if this is something that you want to learn how to do, I'm offering my Patreon subscription to help you do that. And here's one more time the link, patreon.com/mindthisone. You can also subscribe and like us on IMMT, Investing MMT, and Pure MMT for the 100%. And don't forget to buy via National Debit by Edward Delzio. That's it for now. Again, the longer the price action remains below this blue line, okay, which is basically around 12,000, the longer it stays below here, the more likely we're getting a consolidation, okay, and then we're going to get another drop, much lower. Right, that's just the way it is. Drop, consolidate, drop, consolidate, drop, consolidate, and so on. So that's what we're looking. We're looking for further downside. Again, if it were to reverse and start going back up into structure, okay, then at that point I'll probably make a video and say, look, we can make it to the top here and possibly go even higher. But again, we don't want to look too far into the future. I'll be around. I'll make the videos. I'll keep you up to date. And if there's a buying opportunity, hey, let's buy. Let's make some money. That's it. Thank you again. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.